Hello and welcome back to Anderzbaz FM. I am Anderzbaz, and on today's episode we are back with Tier 11 to the top, and Mansfield Hosiery Mills are taking on Stocksbridge in a top of the table clash, and I'm along for the ride. Join us in a second. Welcome back. This is Tier 11 to the top, and this is episode 20. And before we start, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button down below so you won't miss any future episodes of either this or our new series, Beat the League. And obviously, if you enjoy this episode, hit the like button. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and we'll get straight into the action. So last time out, we had FA Cup heartbreak in the first round against Wrexham. We lost 3-1. But we got a goal, so we've improved on last year where we also lost in the first round of the FA Cup. But the side were a little bit down in the dumps after that defeat, so we travelled away just 3 days later to title rivals Stocksbridge and fell to a 2-1 defeat there. Sanyang on the score sheet once again, but we were already 2-0 down when he got that goal. However, after that point in time, we went on a bit of a run. Lots of victories, very few goals, and we pretty much put our stamp on this league. We are now favourites for promotion. The first of those games was a 3-1 victory at home to Melton. Sanyang got his third goal in as many games. He was on a great run of form. But we carried that on to a pretty quiet 1-0 away victory at Carlton. We did just what we needed to do. O'Sullivan got the goal, and it was in the next game that Feeney scored, just on the break of half-time, to take us 2-1 ahead of Lincoln. And that ended November with a good run of form, and we took that into December, and it continued. You'll notice that Tancock hasn't got a goal in a long time, and that continued at home to Spalding, where we took a 2-0 victory. Daniel Pike of Blackburn got the early goal, and we ran away quite comfortable 2-0 victors. And then finally, Tancock got his goal. I think it was about 13 hours of football since his last one, and we ran out 3-0 victors over in a comfortable victory over Peterborough North Star. And as you can see, it was all the way back here in October since Tancock's last goal, so very nearly 2 months of football. But our run continued. 1-0 victory over Grantham, and then a thriller against Glossop, 4-3 in the end. Tancock got 4 in the first half, and then immediately after his fourth goal, Glossop got there first and then put 2 more in the second half to leave us a little bit of an edgy final 10 minutes. But we came out victors, and they were about the only goals we conceded. So we hadn't conceded any in December at all. We didn't concede another goal until the 18th of February. On that run, 4 past Sheffield, 3 past Newcastle Town, another 3 past Wisbech, and then 4 past Spalding. A great run in January. Just look. How many goals have we scored there? That is just 2 4-0 victories, 2 3-0 victories. Just incredible. 14 goals in 4 games with no reply. And that continued 2-0 away at Lincoln United. The goals kept coming in, and then we started to stumble a little bit against Carlton. It was pretty much a replica of the game from November, where we came out with 1-0 victor. And it was very, very nervy. And then finally the streak was broken. Melton, 19th in the league, put 1 past us, and we just had no reply. We couldn't get a goal back in that second half, and it was our first defeat since November. So the run in between episodes here was quite long, and it was bookended by 2 defeats, but every match in the middle was a victory. And we have a look at the league. We are now sitting 5 points clear with 9 games to go. Leek are our only challengers for the title. We've already secured a playoff place, so if we lost every game from now on, we would still be in with a shout of promotion. And it's been a fantastic run to get us here. 71 points on the board. We are cruising. So what else has happened since the last episode? You'll also note here that there is a brand new logo. So this is a fantastic new logo from Tarantino UX. Follow him on Twitter. He's done some great work here and given us a brand new logo that makes us actually look like a football club rather than having the same logo as the cricket team. But I think it's a really good piece of work, and I'm very proud to have it on the badge of the team right now. And today's episode, as you can see there, will be focusing on the match against Stocksbridge, who have fallen down to third. They've been in a bit of a poor run of form since defeating us in November, but they are now 21 points behind us, so we really put them in our rear-view mirror. But they could cause an upset today, and if they do, that will leave us a little bit of a threat from league to challenge for the title. So then, let's have a look at the squad, have a look at who has been our key performers. If you look at this, we're ranking here the players by average rating, and Omar Sanyang is sitting at the top with a 7.52 rating. He's got 9 goals and 11 assists in his 28 starts, and he's looking like a pretty good player. Despite his weird polygon, he's got a lot of pace, a lot of technical ability, but on paper, his finishing is very poor. Passing's not great, his crossing's not great. I'm not quite sure how he's got so many goals and so many assists. That's 9. He's been involved in 20 goals directly in all competitions. And I'm not quite sure why. His stats he's got pace. That's about it. His technique. But yeah, I'm quite surprised he has had such an impact. The 23-year-old. What I'm not surprised about is Carl Tancock. He's got 23 goals and 7 assists. No real shock there. His finishing could be better, obviously. We discussed that when he first came in. But he is 19, he is improving, and he's getting the goals. He had that big drought for 2 months, and if he didn't have a drought for 2 months, how many goals would he have got? That is the question here. In fact, even during that drought, we were a bit cheeky. We tried to loan back Louis Potts from Chester. They said no. They turned around and said they wanted about £5,000 for him permanently. They didn't want to give him a loan deal. But we tried. His contract is up at the end of the season, so we'll keep sniffing around and see if we can get him back, because I think he'll be a fantastic partner to Tancock. I think those two together will really be, well, all the way up to Vanarama National. I think they could be our strike partnership, but obviously that's contingent on both Tancock staying and Potts having any interest to come back whatsoever. The rest of the squad, again, another surprise performer here is Dylan McAvoy. He's in the 7.26 average rating, 7 goals, 7 assists. But if you look at his attributes, nothing stands out here whatsoever. I mean, again, he's got a bit of pace. I know that is a key attribute in the match engine in FM20, but his mental skills are all pretty poor. His technical skills are verging on grey. They're that poor. There's just his first touch and nothing else. But again, he's just getting himself involved, getting assists, getting goals. I can't explain it. I can't really explain either of our wingers performing so well. Another one who is doing really quite well again is Louis Doyle. Lewis Doyle, who came in at the back end of last season. We didn't really focus on too much because it was quite a late transfer. But he's having another good season. Again, he's actually got a few attributes that can, on paper, explain why he's doing quite well. But if you look across the side, there's not really any players who are featuring very often who have got a poor average rating. I mean, the lowest of the regular starters really is the goalkeeper, and that's no surprise. Goalkeepers don't get very high average ratings very often. Speaking of goalkeepers, it's quite clear looking at this 26-11 that Collins has really put himself as first choice goalkeeper. He's got 14 clean sheets, which I believe is a record in a season, and obviously we've still got 9 league games left to go. So Collins has got 14 clean sheets. Brown, he has got another 6. I think that is really the key to this season. We've tightened up our defence incredibly. I know that last season when we played the 3-5-2 it was very leaky, and the 4-4-2 this time round is a lot more shored up at the back, and it's telling with the number of clean sheets. We've had 20 in I believe 37 games in total. That is not a bad ratio, and obviously it's faring quite well in the league. We are sitting nice and pretty at the top. 71 points, plenty clear of league, 5 clear of league, 21 clear of Stocksbridge, who are in third. Already secured that playoff place. If we have a quick look at the league itself, looking at the average rating, just 4 out of the top 5 players are all from Hosiery Mills. We've covered them all: Sanyang, Tancock, McAvoy and Doyle. Only Jordan Clark from Stocksbridge features in that top 5. The goals, similar stories again, as you'd expect. Tancock is up there on 22, and that is with 2 months without a goal. So it's incredible, really. When he has been on, he has been on. Sanyang's got assists that are up there. We're all over these stats, really, and sitting 5 points clear. And that is Leek having a fantastic season. I mean, how did last season finish? What were the points for the champions? So only one team scored more points than us last season, and that was Matlock, who only lost 1 game, and they got 89. That is a good target for us, to be honest. 89 points is pretty impressive. But as I say, they drew a lot of games, only lost 1. That is definitely our target. To get into the 90s will be a very, very good season. And obviously with 9 games to go, we've still got plenty of points on the board to do so. And if we continue the run we've been having up until the last game against Melton, as you can see down here in 19th, the win for them did nothing. They are still well adrift at the bottom. But yeah, if we continue that run of form what we had been on, I think 90 points is definitely a possibility. And you'll see here that Leek also lost their last game, giving us a bit of a let-off. They'd have a lot of 1-0 victories in their run. But Lincoln United, another team sort of mid-table here, got the victory against them last time out. What we're going to do now is we're going to jump forward to match day, 5 days' time, and have a quick look at the side before getting into the game against Stocksbridge. Okay then, it is match day, and here is the starting 11 for the clash with Stocksbridge. We have got Collins in goal, a back 4 of Sarah, Walmsley, Jackson and Robert Sutton, with McAvoy, Doyle, Adiko and Sanyang in midfield, and up front, Tancock and Feeney. It's pretty much a full-strength side, so hopefully we can get revenge for the defeat earlier in the season and really push on in our title quest. Let's get to kick-off. Okay then, here we are at the Fieldings, kick-off, and it is late February, and we've got a top of the table clash, and it looks like Robert Sutton has already picked up a little bit of a knock. He's playing through it though, his condition is slowly rebounding back up. Here we are, the first highlight of the game, 10 minutes in, and the header is cleared away, but Doyle's got it inside the box, and Stocksbridge have cleared it. And there's Robert Sutton, who puts a lovely ball into the box for Feeney, who can't quite get it under the goalkeeper, but he was offside anyway, so it would not have counted. Still 0-0, 15 minutes gone. I think we're going to do a little shout of demand more. See if we can get an early bit of focus from the players. 20 minutes gone now. We have been the better side in the opening minutes. Obviously, we haven't seen many highlights, but Stocksbridge haven't had a chance, and we've now had 5. So things are looking a little bit, so far so good. Would like a goal just before half-time. Half an hour gone. And one of the things that has been really quite a fixture in a lot of our games so far this season is been quite quiet and quite tight. We've not let up many chances, and when we've had chances of our own, we've usually put them away. So far, it's 10 shots to 1, no goals, only the one highlight of that corner that was cleared away, and then the Feeney chance that was offside. And we're already at half-time. It's going quickly. Looks like Leek are... In fact, have there been any goals whatsoever in the league? No. Been a dull first half for everyone in the Northern Premier League, Division 1 South East. Let's see if the second half can be a little bit of an improvement. So immediately after half-time, we're going to go to attacking. Going to see if we can push the issue a little bit more. They've picked up a yellow card and look like they're playing a little bit wider, but here we've got a free kick on the near side, even off the camera. Adiko puts it to the wing, but it's cleared only as far as Sarah. And Stocksbridge are advancing down this near side. We've got men back though, but McAvoy can't deal with it. Wilson has broken through. Can he find a man inside? Got plenty of options in the middle. They're working it back. Ball over the top, and he was onside. It was a good stop from Collins and cleared away. A little bit tight there. That was quite tense. Go with show some passion. We're at that hour mark nearly. Let's see if we can get a chance before we make the substitutes. And I thought we were going to have an highlight there, but nothing happened. 65 minutes gone, and so far this has been a bit of a dull game. We're going to make some substitutions. Let's see if the changes can bring about a bit of a change in fortune. Let's have a look in a second. So the three changes we have made. So Roberts Hutton had picked up a little bit of a knock, so his condition's a little bit low. So we brought on Nyapembe at right back. Pike has replaced McAvoy with Antonio Serra going from left back to left wing. And then Cole Gibbon has come on in midfield to replace Lewis Doyle. 20 minutes to go. Nothing has happened so far. It's been a dull game. I was hoping we'd have some of the thrilling games we've had so far this season that have been off commentary. But that has not been the case. Pike has got it, and Walmsley puts the ball over the top but can't find his man. And Stocksbridge have got it, working their way through midfield. And so far, this is probably about the most action we've seen, and that is not saying much. Anyway, Sarah has got it, but he has turned himself back down a dark alley. We're just hitting balls over the top, trying to find the man, but not actually getting the ball over the top. It's been pretty much nothing all game, and that's a poor header from Nyapembe, who's not under pressure, and he's given the ball away, and this is going to be a chance for Stocksbridge if they can get it forward. They can. The header is missed. Who was that missed by? Was that Pike? I don't know if that was Pike or Jackson, actually, in defence. I think it was Jackson. But yeah, 10 minutes left and there's nothing happening. I'm going to man more again as this highlight's going on. Hopefully Stocksbridge aren't going to do anything. Adiko's won the ball in the field and tries to find Tancock but can't. And the ball is worked again, and Adiko, again, he's taken his first touch. Is a ball over the top, and Feeney is running into the box. But the challenge comes in, and we've won ourselves a corner. That could have been the breakthrough we needed, but it's been dealt with, and the corner is going to be put into the box by Sanyang. And see if he can find the head of anyone. Anyone will score here will be great. And the highlights just ended. Okay, that sums up the game, really. Nothing. And we've got a Stocksbridge free kick with 4 minutes to go. They're just inside their own half, but nobody else is in their half apart from the free kick taker. Ball finds Jackson's head, and Adiko brings it down to Gibbon, and the ball is sent over the top to Feeney, breaking into the box once again. And he was... Oh, he's hit the post! He's hit the post! Oh. Wow, I thought he was through. He got past the defender, just had the keeper to beat, and he beat the keeper, but he found the bottom of the post. Sanyang's ball into the box, doesn't find anyone's head. Gibbon tries to head the rebound in, but it's well saved. We've got 3 minutes to go, and we're looking at 3 minutes of added time as well, and this game is going to fizzle out in a bit of a bore draw. We have been the better side. So many more chances, but, I mean, is that right? That can't be right. There's been no goals in any game. Okay, what we'll do is we'll finish this and get to the results afterwards and see if that is correct, because there's no goals anywhere. That can't be right. What a poor day of football if that is correct. Anyway, we were the better side. 19 shots to 4, more possession. Clear-cut chances were the same, but it's just nothing's happened. They were frustrating themselves. 5 yellow cards in the second half. Well, no goals. Right, we'll process this and come back and see what actually happened if those 0-0s are all correct. So one thing I didn't realise was, as I was talking about all the fixtures showing as 0-0, my face, I'm new to this with a face, was covering the section of the screen with the scores on. Anyway, they weren't all 0-0, there were plenty of goals, they just weren't coming through on our feed. So we were the only game that finished 0-0, but thankfully Leek also went to a draw at home. It was a late equaliser for them. So 1-1 in the game at Leek leaves the table looking like this. Still 5 points clear. Nothing has changed really. A bit of a nothing game. But we are still looking like promotion and title favourites with 8 games to go. What we will do is have a quick look at the schedule and see when we may come back. See if there's any games left on here that are looking like they should be worth a revisit. So we've got Heather next. Have we got anyone who features quite highly? Leek with the second to last game of the season. I mean, I'm hoping that things will be sorted by then. Currently 5 points clear. If we haven't wrapped things up on the second to last game of the season, I think we will be coming back for that. Yeah, at the moment, I think either Mikolova or Leek, or just a season wrap-up if we get to there without needing the game. we'll come back for one of these games anyway, just to hopefully see a trophy presentation. But for today, that will be everything. It's been a bit of a nothing game, but we've had a lot of games to cover in the recap since the last episode, so I think we don't want to waste any more time going through another game that hopefully will be a little bit better. But the fixture away at Heather isn't really anything with great importance. We could stumble for a few more games and still be sitting quite clear at the top. But that will be it for today. So join us again next time here on Anderzbaz FM as we go for more Tier 11 to the top. Thank you so much. Goodbye.